another one. Gotta stay down till I come up. Trust no one. I'm not perfect, so don't judge me. Too many people judge people out here. Today's Thursday. Hope everybody's having a good day. We're about to get into a little Bible study. This is an everyday Bible. We'll start from the beginning. Do our little. All right. It's saying Genesis 1:1. It says the creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness covered the. Be in here. All right. Let's go back. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Uh, Genesis 2 says, now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness covered the surface of the water's depths, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Genesis 3 says, then God said, let there be light, and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was an evening and there was a morning one day. So, Genesis 1 through 6 is basically talking about God creating the heavens and the earth. There was no heaven. I mean, it wasn't nothing. It was only heaven when God came. And he's like, hey, I'm gonna get some earth and get some light, get some darkness, shape this little world. Basically what he was saying, if y'all don't know. Then it's like, we're gonna read Genesis 6 through 10 and see what he says. It says, then God said, let there be expanse between the waters, separating water from the water. So God made the expanse that separated the water under the expanse from the water above. And it was so. God called the expanse sky. Evening came and the morning and the second day. Then God said, let the water under the sky be gathered into the place, and let the dry land separate. And it was so. So, on that little verse from Genesis 6 to 10, I didn't read 10. 10 says, God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of the water he called seas. And God saw that it was good. So from Genesis 6 to 10, it's saying that he separated the waters from the land on the second day. You gotta stay with me. Gotta stay with me. So on the second day, hold on. Yeah, so on the second day, he created heavens. He created the land, the sea, all that. What's good? What's good? So now, if y'all got your Bibles, tune in. So now we're on Genesis 11. We're going to read 11 through 12. It says, Then God said, let the earth provide vegetation, seed, bearing plants and fruit, trees on the earth, breeding fruit and seed in the according to their kinds. So it's basically saying he was trying to put seeds for like plants that grow, oranges, apples, whatever. He was trying to make it right. Yeah, we got to get. We can't even get to Revelations before we even get to. We got to start from the beginning. From anything, we got to start from the beginning. Because we talk about Revelations because we're in the end time, but we talk about Revelations now. People are going to be sidetracked. Hold on. Hold on. So we're going to go back to 12. No, we ain't playing no Young Dolph. It's Bible study. Get your mind right. Got to get your mind right with the Lord. I ain't lying. All right, so it says Genesis 12 says the earth provided vegetation, seed bearing plants according to their kind, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kind. And God saw that it was good. Everything came and evening came in the morning on the third day. So the second day, basically throwing the seeds to the vegetables. Like, hey, I need to make sure this planting is, you can keep on going, surviving. Hold on. So we're gonna do you know? Do I know the measurements? No, I don't know the measurements. What Noah was on the ark, but I do know the ark was kind of like. They said the ark was kind of like 7, 8 football fields long. So that's how long the ark was. And they also said that it took them, I don't know correct, but it took them about 10 years. I mean, not 10 years, 100 years to even build the ark. If y'all didn't know that. Yeah, they said, I think it was even bigger than that. Because everybody can say, oh, this is how big it was, this is how big it was, but it was pretty big. You got to think, you got to fit all the animals in this world, 2 of them. So it has to be humongous. Get to y'all word, get to y'all knowledge. Because without the knowledge, y'all going to be lost souls. I'm just letting y'all know. Let's see where we are on, because this Bible's a little bit different. Where we we on 14. We on Genesis 14. It says, Then God said, let there be light in the expanse of the sky to separate the day from the night. Then, for day and night, they will serve as signs of seasons and for days and years. They will be lights in the expanse of the sky to provide light on the earth. And it was so. God made, we're on Genesis 16 now. God made the 2 great lights, the greater light to rule over the day and the lesser light to rule over the night, as well as the stars. God placed them in the expanse of the sky to provide light on the earth. We're on 18 now. Hey, I'm trying to give the page a like, Share the page out to people. I'm trying to spread the word. Genesis 18. Uh, to the rule the day. Hold on. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I don't know. To rule the day and the night, and to separate light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. Evening came and the morning on the fourth day. So I see on the. Let me read this, okay? So yeah, so he's separating the days right now. I'm like, hey, this day is gonna be this day. This day is gonna be this day. The seasons, the lights. We need to make sure it lines up with the years, the days, the seasons. That's all what he doing the first few days. This is a big accomplishment. People can't do this. All right. Let's see where we at. Okay, so we on Genesis 20 now. Verse Genesis 1 verse 20. And it says, then God said, let the water warm with living creatures, and let the birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the sky. 21. So God created the large sea creatures and every living creature that moves and swarms in the water. So let's take it back. Let's take it back. In this Bible, it says God created everything. Every living creature that you see in the ocean is created by. Let me get an amen. Y'all underestimating the Lord's power. Because he's saying he created every living thing. And y'all question him today? If it's a monster, if it's the beast, God created it for a purpose. It says it in here. I'm just reading. Where we at? Are we on Genesis 1, verse 20? It says, God blessed them, be fruitful, multiply, and fill the waters of the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth. Evening came and then morning on the fifth day. So I guess on the fourth day, he's like, hey, here's the creatures. Here, y'all. Here's my creation. Y'all here. I got the fruits. I got everything y'all can do to multiply. That's what the world is supposed to be doing. Multiply. So if you don't multiply, something's wrong. God don't like that. If you can't, I understand. But if you can multiply through God, through marriage, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, I'm not perfect myself. I sin every day. Like everybody else. We're not perfect. But that's what it's saying in here. So we on Genesis 1, verse 24. It says, then God said, let the earth provide living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creations that crawl, and the wildlife of the earth according to their kind. And it was so. So God made the wildlife on the earth according to their kind, and livestock according to their kinds, and all of the creations, and all the creatures that crawl on the ground according to their kind. And God saw that it was good. He made a little stuff. God was like, hey, I'm about to make a little creation. Let me see if it works. But God is a perfectionist. Don't get that wrong. He gives you opportunities. He gives you for you to think on your own. You have to come back to him personally, not nobody else. You. So we're gonna start doing these Bible verses, getting on here and doing Bible study. I'll start with the Genesis, like we're leaving off at. I might read to 2. See how far 2 is. All right, 2 is almost done. So I'm gonna read the whole first Genesis, chapter 1, because I'm almost done. Um, where do we leave off? Okay. All right, then we on Genesis 1, verse 26. It says, Then God said, Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. They will rule the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky, the livestock and the whole earth, and the creations that crawl on the earth. So God made man and said, Hey, you're going to rule all this stuff. I'm put you in control. Y'all rule all, whatever. Whatever I put down, y'all ruling it. That's basically what it says here. Okay. And then verse 1, chapter 1, verse 27 says, So God created man in his image. He created him in the image of God. He created them, man and female. God blessed them, and God said, hold on, let me go back to that verse. On 27, it says, So God created man in his own image. He created him in the image of God. He created them, man and female, separated. There ain't no joint. That's what it's saying. He created man separate and female separate. He didn't combine. That's what it says in the Bible. Don't judge me, but what it says. Men need to be men, women need to be women. That's what it says in the Bible. I'm just reading. You can't get mad at me when I'm reading what's in the Word. Let's go to 28. Chapter 1, verse 28. It said, God blessed them and said to them, Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and every creature that crawls on the earth. God, and verse 29, God also said, Look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant on the surface of the entire earth, and every tree every tree whose fruit contains seed will be food for you. So everything on this stuff you can just, it's meant for you. That's what it's saying. Everything having the breath of life in it, and I have given every green plant for food, and it was so. See, because I'm confused. Did I skip? What did I do? 29. Oh no, we still. I got it. And it's in chapter 1, verse 31. Last chapter of the first one, and I'm gonna be done with that. I'm gonna go again later on. But the last chapter of chapter 1, verse 31 says, God saw all that he had made, and it was very good indeed. Evening came, then morning, the sixth day. So, what did we learn? What did we learn? I think we learned that how God created the heavens, I mean, not the heavens, the earth in 7 days. The first few days, he had to make water, he had to create the earth. Next few days, he had to create the creatures, the plants. And then the last few days, he had to create man and female. This is what it says in the Bible. So we're gonna sum it up. We're gonna get to it next time. I appreciate y'all sticking around for Bible study, and we're gonna do it a little bit later.